Hello people. Welcome back to 9 Facts Studio. As we told you, we will continue to bring you the most interesting facts about psychology. So watch the video to the end and do not forget that in every video about psychology, you will find a question in the start of the video. This is a question that will help you work a bit with your brain and let your answer in the comment. Number 1. Emotions are electrochemical signals that flow through us in an unending cycle. They are released in our brains in response to our perceptions about the world. We feel them all the time, which makes me wonder why I learned how to divide one fraction by another and all about Henry VIII beheading his wives, but basically nothing about something so critical to my everyday health and well-being. But anyway, emotions are released in our brains and flow all throughout our body, all the time. Number 2. There are 8 basic emotions, and countless variations and nuances of those. The 8 basic emotions are joy, sadness, fear, disgust, surprise, anticipation, anger, and trust. There are different models of which are the basic ones, but this comes from a scientist named Robert Plutchik, who also created a wheel of emotions to illustrate these 8 emotions in a compelling way. It shows visually the dynamism of emotions, like what happens to an emotion when it's left unchecked and what you get when you combine 2 emotions, like anticipation and joy. It's pretty interesting stuff, especially when you know how to interpret the wheel. For a full breakdown, check out Plutchik's Wheel of Emotions. If you want to enhance your emotional literacy, which is an essential component of practicing EQ, this is a great place to start. Number 3. Emotions are neutral. That is to say, some emotions are not inherently good and others bad. It may seem this way, since, for example, joy seems to be a clear winner over sadness. I mean, who wants to be sad? But there are 2 problems with this way of thinking. The first problem is that joy and sadness have more in common than we think. Joy means I get something I care about. Sadness means I lose something I care about. So they are really 2 sides of the same need, and we couldn't have one without the other. And the second problem is that every emotion is simply a signal, delivering a message. Even difficult emotions like fear, anger or sadness are serving an important function. So, what are the functions of emotions? Number 4. Emotions function to guide us to survive and thrive. Emotions focus our attention and motivate us toward a specific course of action. Each emotion has a purpose. Take anger, for example. Anger is a signal that our path is blocked. It focuses our attention on the threat and motivates a response of fighting or pushing through the obstacle. It can be used destructively, of course, but it also gives us the energy to find solutions to pressing problems. Number 5. Emotions are contagious. Feelings spread between people like a virus, even if we're not paying attention to emotions. Whether we're in a group or with one other person, we can catch both positive and negative emotions. The evolutionary basis of this is simple: humans have only survived and thrived in groups. We are social creatures. And because of that, we have a tendency to pick up on each other's emotional states. Think about it this way. If you see fear on someone's face, you are more likely to survive if you react quickly, if your own fear response is activated instantaneously. It could be the difference between getting eaten by that tiger your friend just saw, or getting away. Number 6. Emotions are different than feelings and moods. But they are all interrelated, of course. What is the difference? Basically, time. And to what extent our cognitive thoughts are involved. For an in-depth look at the difference, check out this article, What's the Difference Between Emotions, Feelings, and Moods? Let us know your opinion on the comment. Number 7. Emotions are absorbed in the body in about 6 seconds. Each burst of emotion chemicals, from the time it's produced in the hypothalamus to the time it's completely broken down and absorbed, lasts about 6 seconds. That's how our organization got its name. If we're feeling something for longer than 6 seconds, we are, at some level, choosing to recreate and refuel those feelings. Sometimes that's good. If the tiger is still chasing you, those fear chemicals are helping save your life. Sometimes it's not. But recognizing what emotion we are feeling, evaluating its purpose relative to our circumstances, and deciding whether to recreate it is what emotional intelligence is all about.